There is a spot in Nairobi where a giraffe will actually lick your face for a snack before you even finish your morning coffee. Most people think a trip to Africa is only for serious explorers or film crews, but they are totally wrong about that. Kenya is actually the ultimate giant playground for families, and it is much easier to visit than you might think. In this video, I'm going to show you 20 mind-blowing things to do that your kids will never stop talking about. We are going to cover everything from feeding baby elephants to cycling past wild zebras and even sleeping under the stars. I will also share the secret to making a long safari work with little ones so nobody gets bored or cranky. Before we jump into the wild stuff, let us talk about how you actually get your family there without a massive headache. Getting a visa for Kenya is now done online, and it is a pretty simple process that you should do a few weeks early. You will want to check with your doctor about shots, because staying healthy is the #1 rule for a fun trip. When you land in Nairobi, you will find that moving around is actually quite easy if you hire a private driver. Having your own van means you can stop for bathroom breaks or snacks whenever the kids need them, which is a lifesaver. The best mindset for a Kenya family trip is to be ready for anything, because the animals do not follow a schedule. Let us start with the big one, which is the Maasai Mara National Reserve, because this is the king of all parks. Imagine looking out the window and seeing millions of wildebeest and zebras moving across the grass like a giant fuzzy carpet. This is called the Great Migration, and it is one of the most amazing things you will ever see in your life. Your kids will feel like they are inside a real-life version of the Lion King movie as they spot lions hiding in the grass. To see the best action you have to wake up really early for the dawn game drives when the air is cool. The sun comes up over the horizon in bright oranges and pinks, and that is when the big cats are most active. Watching a lion cub play with its mother while the dew is still on the ground is a memory that sticks forever. If your kids love elephants, then you absolutely have to visit Amboseli National Park, right at the border of Tanzania. This park is famous because it has huge herds of elephants walking right in front of the massive Mount Kilimanjaro. The mountain is covered in white snow, and it looks like a giant cake sitting in the middle of the hot plains. It is the best place in the world to get a photo of an elephant with a giant mountain in the background. You might think you have to drive for hours to see wildlife, but Nairobi National Park is right in the city. You can literally see giraffes and rhinos walking around while the big city skyscrapers are visible in the distance behind them. It is the only place on Earth where you can go on a full safari and be back at a mall for lunch. For a really special experience, you should take the family to the Ol Tajeta Conservancy to see the rhinos. This place is home to the last 2 northern white rhinos on the planet, and they have their own armed guards. Teaching your kids about how we protect these rare animals is a lesson they will never forget from a school book. You can even meet a blind rhino named Baraka, who loves to be fed and scratched behind his big, tough ears. Now, if you want to get even closer to the animals, the Giraffe Center in Nairobi is a place you cannot skip. They have a tall wooden platform that puts you right at eye level with the beautiful Rothschild giraffes. You get a little bowl of grass pellets, and the giraffes will stretch out their long purple tongues to take them. Their tongues feel like sandpaper, and it is hilarious to watch the kids react when a giraffe gives them a big kiss. Right down the road is the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, which is basically a giant nursery for orphaned baby elephants. Every day at 11 in the morning, they bring the babies out for their giant bottles of milk and a mud bath. The keepers tell you the story of each elephant and how they were rescued from traps or holes in the ground. You can even adopt an elephant for a small fee and get updates on how your big gray friend is doing. If you head down to the coast, you should stop at Haller Park in Mombasa, which used to be an old quarry. Now it is a beautiful forest where giant tortoises that are over 100 years old walk slowly along the paths. Kids can buy bags of food and hand feed these gentle giants who look like they belong in a dinosaur movie. Further up the coast in Malindi, you will find the falconry of Kenya, where birds of prey are the stars. The experts there will let the kids get close to massive eagles and hawks, and even some very wise-looking owls. It is a great way to learn about how these birds hunt and why they are so important for the environment. Now, if your family has a lot of energy and wants to move around, you need to go to Hell's Gate. This is one of the few national parks where you are actually allowed to get out of the car and walk. The best way to see it is by renting bicycles and riding down the dusty roads while zebras watch you pass. There are no lions or leopards in this specific area, so it is perfectly safe for a family bike ride in nature. While you are there, you can try a bit of rock climbing at a place called Fisher's Tower with a guide. It is a big volcanic rock that is great for beginners, and the view from the top makes you feel like an explorer. Back in the city of Nairobi, you can head to Karura Forest for some zip-lining through the tall green trees. It is a massive forest right in the middle of town with waterfalls and caves that were used a long time ago. For families with older teenagers who love a challenge, the base camp of Mount Kenya is a great hike. You do not have to go to the very top to see the amazing plants and feel the thin, cold mountain air. After all that dusty safari action, your family is going to want some time to relax on the white sand. Diani Beach is often called one of the best beaches in the world, and it is perfect for children of all ages. The water is very shallow and warm, so the kids can splash around safely while you watch from a lounge chair. You can even take a camel ride along the beach, which is a very funny and bumpy way to see the ocean. If you love the water, you have to go to Watamu Marine National Park to see the colorful fish under the sea. The water is so clear that you can see right to the bottom where the bright coral reefs are hiding. If your kids are not great swimmers yet, you can take a glass-bottom boat tour instead of snorkeling. You sit in the boat and look through windows in the floor to see turtles and thousands of tiny tropical fish. For a classic Kenyan experience, you should book a sunset cruise on a traditional boat called a dhow. These are wooden sailing ships that have been used for hundreds of years to carry goods along the coast. Many of these tours include a big seafood barbecue on the boat, which is a great way to end the day. Kenya is not just about the animals, though, because the people and the culture are just as amazing to see. Take your family to the Bomas of Kenya to see traditional dances from all the different tribes in the country. The dancers wear bright colors and jump incredibly high while playing loud drums that you can feel in your chest. You can also walk through replicas of traditional homes to see how people lived before modern houses were built. Visiting a real Maasai village is another experience that will change the way your kids see the whole world. The Maasai warriors will show you how they start fires with just 2 sticks and how they jump to show strength. Your kids can try their hand at traditional beadwork or learn how to throw a wooden club used for protection. In Mombasa, make sure to visit Fort Jesus, which is a massive stone castle built by the Portuguese long ago. It has huge walls and old cannons and dark tunnels that are perfect for a family afternoon of exploring. It sits right on the edge of the ocean and tells the story of how different cultures met on the coast. For a quieter afternoon, you can visit the Kazuri Beads Factory back in the capital city of Nairobi. This is a place where local women make beautiful, colorful jewelry out of clay and fire it in big ovens. You can take a tour to see the whole process, and the kids can even try to shape some clay themselves. All this exploring is going to make your family very hungry, so you have to visit the carnivore restaurant. They call it a beast of a feast because servers walk around with giant swords covered in different types of meat. They keep bringing food to your table until you finally drop the little paper flag to tell them you're full. If you need a break from the heat, the village market is the best place for family fun and shopping. It has a massive bowling alley and a huge indoor playground and some of the best food in East Africa. For the best view of the whole city, take the elevator to the top of the KICC building in the center. You can walk right out onto the helipad on the roof and see for miles in every single direction. Traveling with kids in the wild can be a challenge because the drives between parks can be quite long. The secret is to bring plenty of handheld games and download their favorite movies before you leave the hotel. You should also pack a small bag of familiar snacks from home, just in case they get picky with the local food. Make sure everyone has a good pair of binoculars so they do not have to fight over who sees the lion first. A wide hat and plenty of sunscreen are also very important because the sun near the equator is very strong. If you follow these tips and visit these spots, you will have the best family vacation of your entire life. Kenya is a place that opens your eyes and makes you realize how beautiful and wild our world really is. I hope this guide helps you plan an adventure that your family will talk about at every dinner for years. Check our video descriptions for the best deals in hotels and accommodation, flights, attractions and tours, travel eSIMs and insurance, transfers and airport services, trains and buses, car and bike rentals, cruises, package tours,